This video is all about sunscreen. My name is Katie Deno, and I'm a celebrity makeup artist and also a big fan of all things Credo Beauty. The world of clean beauty has seen huge changes and developments for the better in the world of sunscreen in recent years. So I want to walk you through a few of my favorites from Credo shelves so that you can see firsthand. I'm going to try them on my skin so that you can watch how transparent they are, and also those that have a white cast. I want you to see that too and experience them very honestly so that you can pick which one is going to be right for your skin tone. So for our purposes, I want us to think about sunscreens in two different categories. There's the mineral sunscreens, which is what I'm about to show you. All of these are mineral blockers, meaning that they reflect the sun's damaging rays by using titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, two ingredients found in the earth. The other category of sunscreens are chemical blockers, and these use a variety of different chemicals to absorb the sun's rays rather than let them pass through and damage your skin. So you can find those in the majority of drugstores, and they're also in a lot of really high-end, big brand sunscreens. So we're gonna put those aside and only talk about the ones that are using natural minerals. And just as an aside, I'm speaking as a makeup artist, not as a scientist or as a dermatologist, but from everything that I've read, what we know is that we don't know for sure what long-term effects and even what short-term effects those sun-absorbing ingredients, meaning the chemical blockers, have on our bodies, on aquatic life, on the coral reef, on the environment at large. So that's why I choose to stick with the mineral sunscreens. Okay, so here we go. So not only does the skin on my face take a beating since I'm a redhead, but my elfin ears also really fry to a crisp. So I can tell you all of these sunscreens, I've tested them at the beach with my hair up and my ears have been protected. So all good things to come from this lineup. First up is a sunscreen created by a collaboration with Venus Williams, who kills it on the tennis court, and Credo, who kills it with clean formulation. So you know this is a great sunscreen. You can sweat in it. It works wonderfully on a variety of skin tones, and I've worn it under foundation. I've worn it under concealer. It's just a beautiful, beautiful texture, beautiful formulation. It's silky, lightweight, and velvety, not greasy at all. So I'm going to show you right now. So the one thing about this that I have to say I'm not as thrilled as I could be is the applicator, or the top. It takes a number of, whoops, I didn't mean to do that, a number of presses to get enough product out, and just make sure you get it on your hand. So that's more than enough. And so you can see I already have a little bit of a glow because it's hot in here, but otherwise I don't have anything else on my face. Look at that. For a natural sunscreen to go on so beautifully and with such ease is pretty remarkable. Okay, so some baseline facts about this. It's an SPF of 35. The cost is $50. The zinc oxide count is 25%, which I believe is the highest of all those I'm about to show you, and comes in glass, which is awesome. Okay, coming in next is from Josh Rosebrook. This is a fantastic formula, as are all of his formulas. This gets such great reviews from everyone. I have sent this to girlfriends who are deep, dark skin tones, and they've told me that it is extremely wearable. It goes on a little bit white, but it immediately dissipates. So I highly recommend this across the board. It also has been formulated for those of us who are super dry, also those of us who break out. So it's one of those amazing formulas that is good for so many, and it is also your moisturizer and SPF in one, which is quite rare in the clean beauty world. So check this out. The way that I like to put sunscreen on is putting a little bit in my hands and then putting it on the different quadrants of the face and neck, and then going back in and massaging it in. Otherwise, sometimes it can get too heavy and difficult to rub in if you just put it in your palms and then go to town. So a little bit, different areas, and then blend it in. You don't need anything underneath this, but if you want to put a little something on first, I find that the his hydration accelerator, his face mist, can be a really beautiful complement to this to help it to massage in really easily and quickly. Look at the nice glow that that leaves on the skin. So it's an SPF of 30. The cost is $55, and like I said, it doubles as your moisturizer and your sun protection. Okay, so we have Grown Alchemist. I really do like this sunscreen a lot. It's very glowy, so a little can go a long way. You know, for anyone who wants to add extra hydration in the form of moisturizer underneath any sunscreen, I would say you need to put on that moisturizer well in advance so that it doesn't interact with the sunscreen and cause it to be less effective, especially if you're putting on oils. Yes, some oils are amazing sun protectants, but they can also break down the formula that's been, expertly crafted of a sunscreen. So anything that you put on to give you hydration, just put it on a little bit in advance. So now with this, so you see this is also a really nice moisturizing sunscreen. You can see that it's a very different formula than both of the other two, and it goes in so beautifully. I love this underneath any makeup, especially if you're going light on your coverage of foundation and you just want that really natural glow without any reflective particles, with simply good for skin ingredients that create that really nice glow. Check that out. Now, unlike the first one that I showed you, Venus's, which goes on and gives a nice glow, but really does end up becoming a bit more matte. This one will stay nice and glowy. I like it on shoulders, all that stuff. So, and again, just like the last two that I showed you, the scent is really negligible. It's almost unscented. Let's see, I can tell you about this. It's SPF of 30. The cost is $39. It's of course UVA, UVB protectant. In all ways, I really like this one. Okay, so for those of you who like a lot of glow, this one from Kinship is fantastic. It is called Self Reflect, and that is exactly what you will do. It comes out of the tube looking a little kind of like a putty pink in tone. It's an SPF of 32. This is another one of those that goes on so easily that you don't have to do the different quadrants of your face to make sure that it spreads out nicely. But you will see this glow from a mile away, and you will also maintain this glow throughout the day. So it's a beautiful primer under foundation. It's actually one of my favorite things. If I'm doing foundation for a client and we're going to be in the sun all day, this is one, and they like a glowy look, this is the one that I will go for. So you can see it was easy to rub in. The white cast is extremely minimal. If you are deep dark skin tone, this is not the one for you. Again, the first one that I showed would be my #1 choice for that skin tone, but this one works really well, I would say, on lighter skin tones, medium skin tones, and the lightest of dark skin tones. Looks pretty great. I've read a lot of reviews online about this product, most of them from folks who have blemish-prone skin, saying that this did not break them out, which is fantastic. Okay, other baseline stats on this beautiful, glowy, it kind of just does that whole blur thing on skin without putting anything on top. Highly moisturizing. It has broadband protection using, of course, zinc oxide. Let's see, it's 22.4% zinc oxide. It's SPF 32. This large size, they have two different sizes, Kinship this is the larger size, 3.5 ounces, and it's $42. Yeah, and the smaller size is 1.75 ounces, and it is $25. So this is a nice savings. And also Kinship uses plastic that's been captured from the ocean. So a nice recycling feature. So the next sunscreen I want to talk about is from a brand called Suntegrity. They have a number of tinted moisturizing sunscreens. available, as well as like sticks that are more sport oriented, so they really stay on. This is their natural moisturizing sunscreen for the face, and it's also a primer, so it fills in pores and it holds on to makeup nicely. I do have to say it is quite a whitening sunscreen, so buyer beware. I'm going to show you how it looks on me. A little goes a long way with this. Also, I want to tell you, it comes with a refillable feature, which is really nice, so we're saving some waste. Okay, so this is definitely one that I would put on, again, different quadrants of the face, make it easier to blend in. So a little does go a long way, as you saw, but for those of us who are looking for the utmost protection, this is a great one, because you can see that you've gotten it everywhere. There's no guesswork there. Always up to the hairline. So if I left it like this, it would be a lot, but it's definitely one of those ones that you work in. But you can see it begins to really just disappear on my skin. Maybe I'll speed up the video here. Works beautifully underneath makeup, doesn't pill, doesn't make foundation separate. Has a really nice light citrusy scent, which I really like. Makes skin have a glow. But like I said, it's one that you definitely will want to spend some time working in. I like wearing this one to the beach especially. Okay, some stats on this. It's an SPF of 30. It's a 20% zinc oxide, and the cost is $45, and a little goes a really long way. So last but not least, I have one from Acure, a longtime favorite brand that is quite budget friendly. So this is an SPF of 30. It is a zinc oxide level, let's see, of 15%, and the cost is a delightful $19. So this is also one that is quite white. Another one that a little goes a long way. So this is a day cream. So it's called a Seriously Soothing Day Cream. And it is so because it's formulated with, I believe it is niacinamide and blue tansy. Let me make sure that's right. Yes. Which are beautiful ingredients in skincare. So it makes for a beautiful partnering with sun protection, because those are two things that also help with inflammation and to soothe skin. So it's not a too intense of a white cast on my skin, but too much for someone who is like a deeper medium skin tone to dark to deep dark. Would be too much of a white cast for just an everyday wear, unless you're putting foundation on top. But I think it may end up creating a bit too much of a white cast. But it feels really nice. It's very moisturizing, but not tacky. But it definitely feels the most like a proper moisturizer. Even once it's rubbed in, it still feels like that kind of thick moisturizer feel. So that concludes our walk down the shelves of Credo sunscreen aisles. You can get these online, of course, as well. I think that's about it from me right now. If you have questions, the folks at Credo are great at responding. You can live chat, and if it's after hours, send them an email. We don't have all the answers when it comes to sunscreen and skin health, but we do have a lot. And I know from personal experience, all of these that I've just shared with you help to keep me from burning on the daily. So here's to a summer free of burns. Here's to healthy skin, and here's to even more developments in the world of sunscreen in the future.